my channel. I'm looking a little bit dead, but that's okay. So today I'm going to be filming a Q&A about my labour, birth and postpartum. So I put on my Instagram story for you guys to ask me questions, and then I got so many questions asked and I'm excited to answer them all. I'm probably not going to get through them all because there was just so many. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a go and I'm so excited. So I was going to try and film this video like 4 days ago, but I had been quite unwell with mastitis. I got mastitis in one of my breasts all of a sudden, and it gives you like flu-y symptoms and you just feel like shit. So I found it really hard to even try to get out of bed to actually film a video. So yeah, now I'm gonna film the video. Sorry it's a bit late. It is not the nicest day here in Rotorua. And this is my attire, literally just a maternity crop top and pajama pants. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into answering all of your guys' questions before my baby wakes up. So the first question is, did giving birth give you anxiety feelings about pain? I wouldn't say so. I guess when you're giving birth, you kind of just know you have to go through the pain. Like, yeah, it's scary, but I wouldn't say it gave me anxiety at all. No. How long was your labour and was there any complications? So my labour took about, I think, just under 12 hours. I was induced at 10:15 p.m. at night time and then had him at 9:56 a.m. in the morning the next day. So yeah, just 12 hours I'd say. And any complications? No, there was no complications at all, apart from the fact that I wanted pain relief, I wanted remifentanil, and the midwives didn't think I was that far dilated yet. And they hadn't like checked me, and I was like, I need the pain relief now, like I feel like I need a push. And then they're like, okay, we'll check you, see if you're dilated at all. And yeah, they checked me and I was 10 centimeters dilated and it was ready for me to push. So not really a complication at all, but I wanted the pain relief that I couldn't get, and yeah. But yeah, just a natural birth I had. But yeah, pretty much my birth went smoothly, so no complications at all. Was baby daddy present at any stage? No. Did you follow through with your birth plan, or did it change when you got to hospital? I didn't follow through with my birth plan, so I wanted the pain relief that I wanted, I didn't get it, and I ended up having a natural birth, which is amazing. Like, I'm amazed that I could do that, because I didn't think I could ever do that. But no, yeah, I had a plan A. I wanted to labour at home for a little bit, then when it was time, go to the hospital and like walk around heaps and hop in the water, the birthing pool, and have labour in there. That didn't end up happening. I had to be induced, which my waters had broken like 24 hours earlier. Had to be induced because I didn't go into spontaneous labour, and by then, like, you're not allowed to go into the birthing in the birthing pool because risk of infection. And then yeah, I wanted a specific pain relief, which I didn't get. So you always have this plan A, this ideal birth plan, but it doesn't always go to plan. So we went with plan B. If you had to do one thing differently about either prep or labour, what would it be? I don't exactly know about prep, just because he came early and I wasn't really expecting it, so I don't really know what would I do about changing that. Labour, I just changed that I wanted the pain relief that I chose. Baby names I had in mind other than the name that I chose for Coast. There is a video that I filmed a YouTube video about the baby names I wanted to use but like didn't. But like, I love the names like Carter, there was Kingsley that I liked, and Darcy. So those are the ones I really liked, but yeah, didn't end up using. What products helped me through postpartum? I have a few just here. So I have this relief spray, so from Nature's Touch. It's a relief spray, perineal relief spray. It just kind of like, you spray it down on your perineal area, and it's just like such a nice soothing relief spray. It's so nice. So it has like witch hazel, lavender and tea tree, and it soothes that area a lot. Yeah. Then I also have this birth aid from, oh sorry, this birth aid just here. So you can take these during labour and then after labour. It just helps support natural healing as well. So they're just little tablets that you take all the time. Like you take like 2 every 15 minutes or so. And then also I got Nappy butter from Mama New Zealand. So they sent me lots of little products, all natural products. So this Nappy butter, so you get really cracked nipples. Like in the first day of breastfeeding, your nipples just aren't used to having a baby's mouth like sucking like that hard on your nipples. So a nice nipple butter. So the hospital also gave me like sample packets of these ones. These ones are also really good. So these ones I got heaps given to me up at the hospital, about like 10 packets of these. So I used all of these first. Still got a couple left over, so I use all of these up first, which are really soothing on your cracked, like blistered nipples. And yeah, so the Nappy butter from Mama NZ. But yeah, also chapstick. So either pawpaw cream, or like I have this chapstick from Mama New Zealand as well. It's a vanilla chai lip balm. So yeah, when you're breastfeeding, your lips like get really dry, or like your mouth gets really dry. But yeah, those products have really helped me through postpartum. A lot of people suggested to make, what are they called, padsicles. So I actually made heaps of padsicles before I went into labour, and I haven't used one at all, just because I did get stitches downstairs. So I was told not to use like padsicles on the stitches, which is weird. Maybe it's because it has that aloe vera on it. They said not to use like the gel on your hoo-ha down there. But yeah, those products are really good. Just yeah, how did I know that I was going to use his name? So I knew that I was going to use Coast's name. I had like had it in my mind for about 5 months before I had given birth to Coast. I just knew, like, once you like are set on a name, you just know that that's your baby's name. Like a lot of people are like, you won't want to name him that when he comes out. He's not going to look like a Coast or like whatever. But I just knew that he was a Coast. I'd always call him Coast in my belly. But yeah, I just always knew that he was going to be a little Coast. What advice would I give my 36-week self? Probably don't expect to have your ideal birth plan. Like I expected that I was going to have the pain relief I wanted, and that I was going to have this like amazing labour, and you know, labour in the pool, labour at home and stuff like that. But yeah, it didn't happen. So yeah, I'd just give advice to myself, saying that don't expect to have that ideal birth plan. Who cut Coast's umbilical cord? My mum did. So my mum was the only support person, because with this COVID-19 thing you can only have one support person, and that was always going to be my mum. So my mum was the one who cut Coast's umbilical cord. If you have siblings at home, what have they been like with him? They have been absolutely amazing. Like my sister is literally obsessed with Coast. Like she likes to cuddle him all the time, she wants to hold him all the time, and she's just so loving. She's the best auntie. And my brother Luke, he is so funny with him. He also loves him so much, but like he is a little bit scared to hold him, like because he's not really had much experience with babies at all. So yeah, he gets a little bit nervous to hold him, just in case he like doesn't hold the baby properly, or doesn't like support his neck properly. But yeah, both my siblings have been absolutely amazing with my son. And yeah, what are newborn must-haves, and you're 6 weeks pregnant? Congratulations. Meant to say due in 6 weeks, not 6 weeks pregnant. You're gonna have an amazing time. Honestly, birth and having a baby is just awesome. It's like a huge blessing in your life. But yeah, newborn must-haves. You don't actually need as much as you think you need. Like I went out and bought so much, and like you literally don't need it all. Don't buy stuff that you don't really need. Just be realistic. Like you need clothing, you need a lot of clothing for a baby. Like I found that I thought I bought heaps of clothing, but the baby actually like pukes on himself sometimes, and like sometimes you get pee or poo on the clothing, and it's like 4 changes a day sort of thing, so you're doing lots of washing. So yeah, clothing, you need like obviously a changing table sort of thing, you also need a bed, maybe even a pushchair, yeah, just like realistic stuff. Even maybe some nappy rash cream. Like I noticed that baby had started getting nappy rash, so you know, just something soothing for baby's bum. Yeah, just just things that like you realistically need. Don't go out there with freaking everything like toys and stuff, because newborns don't play with toys. They just want to eat, sleep and poop. That's literally it. Were you scared about labour? Yes. I mean, who's not really like scared about labour? Like, it is a scary thing. Like, you're pushing a baby out of your hoo-ha. It's not the most like exciting thing to do. Like afterwards, like when the baby's here, that's the exciting part. But yeah, the thought of labour kind of did scare me. Yeah. Any emotional days or nights? Yes. I wouldn't say in the daytime. I wasn't very emotional in the daytime, but nighttime I was so emotional for the first like week. So I like every night I would literally like didn't feel like I could get him to sleep or to like feed enough, and I just felt like I couldn't do it. I was so emotional about it. I would cry. I had anxiety as well, that I was waking up the rest of my family like when baby would cry. I felt like, yeah, his cry was waking up the rest of the family, so I got mad anxiety over it, even though my family like literally did not care. They knew I was having this baby, so they knew that he would cry obviously, and they literally do not mind if he cried, but I just had mad crazy anxiety over that, and I just get so anxious at night times and would get really upset. But with the help from my mum and everyone else, it has been a lot easier. In the daytimes I don't really get as emotional, just because I still know that everyone's awake and everyone like loves to help out. Most uncomfortable postpartum thing, well, I'd say sitting afterwards, so sitting on like a hard surface. Yeah, it was just hard, like even sitting on the couch trying to breastfeed Coast, that was probably the most uncomfortable postpartum thing. Yeah, because it's just, yeah, you're down there is very, very sensitive afterwards after having a baby. So yeah, that was probably the most uncomfortable thing, trying to sit down. Advice for a soon-to-be mama: don't be too hard on yourself. That's probably my advice. I was really hard on myself the first few days. Like I thought I had to be this like perfect mum and he should be in a good sleep routine already, but he's a newborn and you're a new mum, so you're not going to know how to do everything just like that. Also, tell your partners or whoever you're with, if you're a single mama, get someone to try and make you as much food as possible. Yeah, because when you're breastfeeding, you are hungry as, and eating lots of food brings your milk in. So my mum, she feeds me constantly. Like she honestly, every 5 minutes she's like, "Are you hungry? Do you want food? Like I'm making you a meal right now." So she's always making me food while I'm breastfeeding, and I feel like I don't want her to be a slave like that, but she is absolutely awesome. But yeah, always just get your partners to make you a big feed every hour. I find with Coast that he hates getting nappy changes, especially when I was using cold wet wipes on him. So I'd use the cold wet wipes and he would literally scream down the whole house. He hated cold wet wipes on his little bum. So I use these little cloths. I get a small little bowl of hot water and I put this little cloth into it and I wring it out, and then I use this to wipe his little bum, and I have about 20 of these, so afterwards I then wash it. And then also, because I dress Coast in 2 layers, I have his onesie like all grow suit, stretch and grow over top, and then a little like singlet onesie underneath. I bought heaps of the long sleeve onesies to go underneath the like grow suits, which I like literally find so hard to put, like with the long sleeves, to put a onesie over top of the long sleeves. The long sleeves underneath get all scrunched up and it's just really difficult. So having these ones, short sleeves, and then a like onesie over top is so much easier. I wish I bought like 100 of these. So yeah, the short sleeve ones are a lot easier to put on underneath a like grow suit or stretch and go sort of thing. TMI stuff, if I'm comfortable to talk about it. I have a few questions that are a little bit TMI, so I can answer those in the next few questions. Does it hurt to birth the placenta? No, I did not feel it. So after I had given birth to Coast, I then they gave me a quick injection in my leg, and then about 4 minutes later they just said push, and I just did a little push, and it came out, and it was a real soothing feeling. It just plop, just out like that. Did you tear, and does it hurt to pee or poop? Yes, I did tear, and I think it was a 2nd degree tear, so I got about 10 stitches to stitch me up, and then with the healing process with that, I believe it takes around 2 or more weeks to for the stitches to dissolve. But yeah, so I did tear a little bit, and then pee and poop. So as soon as you can, the midwives get you straight up off the bed after you've been all stitched up and all clean and stuff, then they try to put you into the shower like straight away. That's what they did with me. I don't know if they do that to anyone else, but yeah, they try and get you kind of like, yeah, walking straight away and into the shower straight away so that you can try and pee, and they try to force me to go pee, but I for some reason couldn't pee. But yeah, I was so scared to pee, but you kind of like, it's not bad. They give you Ural sachets and you drink the Ural, and it helps you to dilate your pee, and yeah, you kind of just find a way to do it. I got over being scared of it. I'm scared of going toilet, and I did it, and it wasn't that bad at all. You just need to get past that fear, and I would say I was a lot more scared to go poo. I was just really nervous to go poo, but it's not that bad at all. How big was Coast? Weight, length and head. So his weight was 7 pounds 3 ounces, his length was 50 centimeters, and his head circumference was 35 centimeters. I did not expect to actually have like a big baby. Like, it's not big, but because of how like small I was, I expected him to be like a tiny baby for some reason. But I'm happy with the healthy little fat bubba he was. Even though he wasn't fat, he was a skinny little thing. But yeah. How is your body bouncing back? Well, I'll show you now. So that's my 3 weeks postpartum body. I am very lucky to actually have no stretch marks. That's because I put heaps of oil on during my whole pregnancy, and I don't have much of a flabby tummy. I mean, it's quite soft still, and I just can't wait to work out again, so I have to wait like a certain amount of time. So when baby's like 6 weeks old, that's when I can start actually working out, because I'd love to get fit again and maybe tone up my body a lot. Do you breastfeed? If so, what is the hardest part? Yes, I do breastfeed, but I do also have formula to top them up as well. The hardest part, I would say, in the beginning, once you're like first got the hang of it, like it actually hurts quite a bit. With the latching on, you get like blisters. I had like blood blisters on my nipples, and that was sore. And then breast engorgement, that made it very hard for me. Other than that, what's the other hard part? He's having a growth spurt at the moment, so he is so hungry. So he drinks both breasts, like he drinks off both breasts, and he drinks them literally dry. So there's literally no milk left in either breast. So that's why I have to top him up with formula, because he's still so hungry. And if I don't, then he wakes up every single hour. So yeah, I've top him up with formula lately, just so that I can at least, like, he can at least get a 3 to 4 hour sleep, and that means I get a little bit longer sleep too. Does Coast sleep in his own bed, or do you co-sleep? So occasionally we do co-sleep when it gets to like 4 AM in the morning and he's crying or wanting a feed or something. I do just pop him in the bed next to me and feed him like that, and then we kind of just fall asleep together. But other than that, he sleeps in his own bed. It's kind of just whatever works easiest for you. If you find co-sleeping way easier than keeping him in his own bed, then do whatever works for you. Co-sleep if that works for you. Did you do skin to skin with baby? Of course I did. So once he came out, he was brought up right onto my chest, and it was the most amazing like hour of my life, like having him on your chest, just knowing he's okay, and just that loving connection that you feel with your baby. Yeah, so yeah, I did do skin to skin. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. There were so many questions that I didn't get to, but yeah, I answered as many as I really could. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and you know, subscribe if you want to as well. I'd love the support. I kind of want to be famous. Anyway, yeah, so if it didn't answer all your questions, feel free to message me on Instagram, and I am more than happy to answer anyone's questions if they want to know anything about labor, birth or postpartum. Feel free to just give me a message. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time with another video. I'm not sure what I'm going to be filming next, just because lockdown is a little bit boring and I'm still trying to get my head around this newborn thing. It is a little bit hard to be able to film while I have a newborn. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.